so much. And thank you so much. I feel so grateful to have you guys.
You're doing great, Samita. Thank you for thank you for being so proactive and willing and wanting to learn and succeed. You're doing a great job.
Thank you so much. I just feel so blessed to have you guys. So thank you.
Thanks, Samita. Anyone else?
Sorry, that was my daughter.
That's okay. Okay, so how's everything going this week? Anybody want to chirp in with how was everyone's week? Actually, you know what? Just bear with me for a sec. I'm going to try and share. I'm going to do share screen. So I'm going solo today because Allison's someplace else. So I'm going to try and share the screen. Carlos, if I can't do it, maybe you can help me. But here it goes. Share the screen and Tuesday tour. Can everybody see the tour?
Yep,
It looks like it's up and going.
I've got it now. That was good, Vince. Yes.
So actually, you know what? I better start it over again because I think I've got the last slide showing. The Tuesday tour. How does that look for everybody else?
I'm good.
Let me just try something. Hang on a second. I try one more thing here. There. Set to go. So Tuesday's tour. We're on to go. There's the agenda. Fill a bucket. So we've done fill a bucket. I don't have anybody else, I guess. So how was everybody's week? Anybody have any challenges, successes, questions?
I'm going to start off with a success here if I can.
All right. I like successes. Those are good.
We had the open house at the condo on Merton on Sunday afternoon.
Oh yeah, the nice condo.
We had
Yeah.
about 6 different groups through. The group being maximum 2 people. But the day was great. Actually, nobody bitched or complained about it. Everybody seemed happy to have seen open house. People were walking by talking to us. So I'd say it was highly successful. We got 4 or 5 names of people who are looking for condos. Yeah, so I'd say it was a 10 out of 10. I don't like doing open houses particularly, but it worked very well. And the situation, I hadn't had 1 phone call, 0 on this listing. But the open house was very, very successful. So it's.
Noel, how did you manage it? Tell us how you managed that tour, or how did you the open house? How did you control it?
Well, it had to be an agent downstairs fetching him off the street, sending him up in the elevator. I meet at the elevator at the top.
Right.
So around and send him back down. Concierge was very helpful. So we had signs on the street, and we did a mail drop to about 1,000 units in the neighborhood. So it's,
Perfect.
yes, it felt like real estate.
So real estate again. Back in the saddle.
Exactly right. Exactly. Yeah, so that was good. And I've got several new clients this past week who want to buy condos as well. So, yeah, the market's still alive and well.
That's good. Excellent. Anybody else do any open houses recently or last week? No one's taken up the challenge.
Is there anyone on Laura Inward's team here? I saw that she, I think, did one on the weekend, and I was just wondering how that, and she also advertised it on her socials. So I was just wondering if she had any feedback from people on her social media channels, because I know that we talked about maybe not doing that just in case for public perception, but I'm just, if anyone from Laura's team's here, it'd be interesting to hear.
Anybody? No?
No.
Laura, are you there? I saw her, but I can't see her now.
Doesn't look like it. Okay.
That's okay.
Oh, there's Laura.
Laura?
She's not there.
Okay. Well, I know that there have been far and few between, so I just wondered if anybody else had successes. But thanks for sharing that, Noel. It's great. Glad you had some good stuff there. I did want to share something else. Something that I have. Everybody knows I had a house in Aurora for sale, a large bungalow, and this is a little experience that I probably should have known better. But here's what I did. It's actually sold conditional, which is great. But for a while there, I wasn't getting many showings, so I put some signs up. I put some signs up in the neighborhood, this house for sale, And within a couple of days, those signs, and they were good signs. They were, you know, professional signs a whole bit. They were kind you stick in the ground. And within a couple of days, people told me the signs were gone. So I gathered that the city of Aurora took the signs down. And it was after the fact I checked out the bylaws about signs and that sort of thing. So you can't put signs up just anywhere in Aurora, apparently. First of all, I had a couple signs near a stoplight at Wellington and Mary Street. So apparently you have to have the signs a certain distance away from stoplights or an intersection. So I didn't actually go back and try to get signs back from the city because I didn't want them to charge me or whatever, because they could probably fine you. So I didn't want to lose any more money than lost the sign. So the moral of the story is, if you're in a different community that you haven't worked in before, check out the bylaws on signs, because they can be different from cities, town to town, even municipality to municipality. So I learned a lesson there.
Say, Vince, you may want to look into checking rules and regulations in Toronto, because we have the same ones here, but they just don't bother enforcing them. But they have rules about boulevards, how far, time of day, that sort of thing. We have the same rules, but nobody adheres to them, I guess.
The property guys certainly don't. I wonder if we're allowed to throw their signs in the garbage when they're literally on every street corner.
John
Yeah,
kicks
For sale signs, like on sidewalks.
John kicks them
I kick them and break them. No, I don't.
No, you-
No, I don't break them. I just kick them.
as a child.
It's good though, because there is one rule about one I learned a long time ago. It's a sign. If you put a sign on a median, like on a median highway that's divided, you can't have a sign in the middle of the median. It's apparently it's a distraction for drivers, whatever else, but they could be taken down too. So anyways, just want to share that with you guys, that you can't just put signs up anywhere, no matter how professional they look and how good they look. You can't. There's even a law about how big the sign can be on the property. I had this big banner on the property, one of those feather banners, but it's still there. So at least they haven't taken that one. So just a little, I guess, a warning that for anybody who's working in other areas and cities.
It's like 20 feet high, right?
Yeah, no more than 10 feet high.
Hard to miss.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the statistics. Unless anybody else has anything else they want to share with us, we'll go right to the stats, broker-based stats. So what you see on the screen right now, if you guys can see on the screen, if you can read it or not, I don't know if you can read it, but looks like, so this is just all property types, and I can't manipulate these at this point in time, so I can't drill down. But so new listings, looks like new listings at 8,320 listings. This is the last week, I think. It shows 1% over month to month and 162% over year to year. Solds, we had 4,110 solds, which is actually less than last month. So it's minus 2% from last month.
That's pretty cool, that relationship, though. 8,000 to 4,000, that's pretty good.
Yeah. But year over year, 76% higher than last year.
Mm-hmm.
Showings were up 8% at 82,000 showings, and also up 126% year over year. And because offers were down down a percent month over month at 4,322, but up 176% year over year. And I can't see the rest of it unless I move this. Here we go. That's just the average price in Toronto, 912,247, which is down 28% over last month. But that's an interesting stat. Also down 7% from year over year. I don't see prices going down. In fact, I see prices actually going a little bit crazy. Another example of that is clients who inquired about a house on Rhodes. These clients I sold these clients a house 7 years ago, actually on a bully offer for $600,000. Can you believe it? At Kingsmount Park Crescent. $600,000 sounds like a real steal these days. They were interested in a house on what street was on Rhodes at $699 last week. I think it was I don't forget who the listing agent was. Wasn't a Keller Williams one. Anyways, long story short is they wanted to put an offer in at They said, what if we put an offer in at 800,000? I said, I wouldn't even go near there unless you want to put an offer in at least with a 9 in front of it, and likely even higher. So it just sold, I think it was 405 roads or 415 roads. Sold for just over $1 million. Semi-detached, I believe. So obviously they said, well, looks like you're right in that sense. It wasn't worth it going in at 800,000, obviously. So with respect to that average price, 912,000, if Rhodes is selling, you're selling houses on Rhodes for $1 million. That 912,000 sounds a little low, but who knows? Average days in the market 24, which is up 4%, and 4% up year over year. And also interesting. So the houses are staying on the market longer, and average price is lower. Solds are down. Anybody have any comments about those numbers?
Well, I think things are starting to normalize a little bit, is what I think. We have these scary high average prices and so forth is problematic. A little balance wouldn't be a bad thing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I agree.
You might consider every sheets are wide now. What are we doing? 3 months, it dies. You gotta try to spread it out a little bit, I think.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in September, which is just down the road, around the corner.
Big time.
Let's see if we can go to the next one. Okay, here's the next one. So it's the new listings, all regions, 125 over the past week. Plus, it's up 24% from month over month. And year over year, up 1,983%. That seems like a little wacky. Because these are broker-based statistics, so it's not all the brokerages. Does that sound weird that 1,983% year over year for new listings at 125 over the week?
Well, it's just Keller Williams Advantage, right?
Oh, actually, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
KW Advantage.
So that's KWA.
So we're doing well then.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
I went backwards. Sorry, guys, I just lost that. So, and I don't know how to go back.
Try the back arrow button.
Hang on a sec. I got it.
There we go.
There. Yeah, the back arrow button. That always works. Getting back to where were we? So sold, 66 sales, minus 25% month over month. No change year over year. Looks like our showings were at 1,700 showings were down 4%. And offers were up 6% at 134. Average price, 1,850,000.
I guess that's some big sales in there.
Yeah. I wonder who that was. That we don't see any changes month over month or year over year on that stat. Average days on market, 19. I don't see changes I don't see any differences there either. I wonder who's causing the 1,850,000. Maybe it's who could that be? That maybe John and Cheryl.
We had a couple of little listings. We've noticed that showings, we were expecting more if the trend for, the spring market in the summer happening. For us anyway, just because we've got a condo town listed, it kind of feels like we're hitting the summer doldrums right now here in August. Like spring market was delayed, but there is a bit of we're not getting a lot of showings on a property that we thought, should be flying off the shelves, priced aggressively.
A month ago, one sold in 3 days for this price, and it wasn't in as good a shape, and we've only had a dozen showings in a week when we were expecting double that.
So
Well, I think we're in a typical August. Everybody was talking a similar situation to you guys, same thing. And I didn't get seriously one phone call on my condo. Not even one phone call. It's ridiculous.
We're seeing a little bit of a lack of interest. It's like the buyers are taking a bit of a back seat. They all rushed into it. And in the meantime, all the sellers are like, oh, I got to get my property to market, when they heard all of these, numbers coming out at the beginning of the summer. And now it seems like there's a ton of inventory for a typical August.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, so next on my list of things to talk about. Oh, Treb. I don't have any Treb news, but I do have something I want to share with everybody. Everybody talking about. It's not really Treb stats, but is anybody familiar with Joe Richer? Joe is the registrar of RICO. So he writes a column. He actually writes a column. I don't know if it's every week in the Star, called Ask Joe. So last week was about photos online. So I'm just going to read it to you, actually. So it's not very long. So, and then I'm taking out of it's just a section of the whole article, but it says, when a home is listed for sale, the seller's representative may market the property on listing services and websites with the seller's permission. Once an offer has been accepted, the seller's brokerage can then advertise that the home is now off the market and use a sold designation in their marketing. The brokerage is allowed to run such ads until the home's ownership changes hands. Once that happens, the brokerage can't make any reference to the property in advertising without new owner's written permission. So I guess after closes, you can't advertise that unless you have the owner's permission. What that includes is, which I thought interesting, posting photos of the property on the brokerage website or anywhere else. And if the seller's brokerage wants to include pertinent details of the transaction, such as the selling price or the closing date, it needs written permission from both the buyer and the seller, regardless of who owns the home when the advertisement is published. And then he goes on about safety perspective when you take pictures and photographs, which really that's something else entirely different. But bottom line is, and I've had this actually happen to me. Someone called once a couple of years ago about a listing that I sold, and the pictures were still online. It was on a website, a separate website. He asked me to remove the pictures, which I did. I complied with that right away, but I never thought of it until that point in time. So I'm not sure if anybody else has come across that situation where the new owners have asked the listing or any kind of website photos to be taken down. And this is from I guess public websites. I don't think it refers to anything to do with Treb at all, the Treb site or the Treb listing.
I'm sure that there's hundreds and hundreds of people that are not in compliance there, because I know a lot of realtor websites have really old listings showing that all the properties that they've sold. So I guess that's still considered advertising because they're public websites. So it's very difficult to police just because it's so widespread, I would imagine.
We had a rental listing that just maybe a couple months ago where we took the film of somebody had filmed it when it was sold. So it was sold about a year or 2 years ago. It was still online where we could show, we used the video from online to show prospective tenants what this condo looked like. And it was a very decent video as well. It's professionally done. So 2 years later, we're still looking at videos of a condo that's, long time sold. I'm not sure what. So it is contravening.
That's wild. So Cheryl said that Birdhouse Media has all of their property tours. Like they've thousands of videos for all the properties that have been sold years and years ago. It's still online on their YouTube channel.
So I guess that contravenes the rules about taking photos down, taking pictures down.
I would guess so. And some of them have hundreds of thousands of views. So that's interesting.
Yeah, very much so. And I thought that was quite interesting, especially given these days when we were doing videos and all kinds of portraying photos and whatever else on different sites. Anybody else have any comments about that one?
It seems to me that you have a lot of rules and regulations that nobody seems to follow or know about, eh?
Well, that's not, I guess, you know what, it's like, unless someone complains, nothing much happens. So I don't know if even owners, either owners don't know or owners don't care that their pictures are still online. But the person that contacted me basically said that was, he wanted the pictures taken down immediately. So he wasn't really, he wasn't like he was unhappy or anything, but he wasn't really crazy about his pictures being online. So there you go. A little bit of information that I didn't know.
I've got a funny little story I want to tell you about commission. I've got this new buyer of mine, and previous agent had listed her house for sale and had told her he'd only charge her 4% commission.
Oh yeah.
So in the in the course of the listing, they had a stager come in, a painter, a couple of a plumber, and somebody else. And then he gave her a bill for $16,000. She said, "What's this?" He said, "Well, I can't make enough money at 4%. This is the balance." And I said, "You might be good idea to call Rico." But that's an interesting philosophy. You do 4%, but you bill it for everything else.
I'm not surprised I'm surprised that hasn't happened more often, or we haven't heard about it more often.
You know, anyway, interesting situation, eh?
All righty. Thanks, Noel. We already talked about the online photos and sign rules. So properties of interest. Let's see who's got some properties that they want to talk about. There's Mike Clark, 193 Ferris. Is there anybody from Mike Clark's team on now, right now? Liz, are you from? John's just changed his picture.
I love the garage. This garage is great.
I don't know anything about the property, so unless anyone else has anything to share. Yeah, the garage looks really great. We the North.
$899 looks like a pretty good price.
And I don't know if it's we don't know whether it's that's the buy now price or not. But anyways, all right. So moving along. Carol Foderick. Carol, are you online? Are you on the tour? Anybody from Carol's office? Well, she's got a 1-bedroom, 1+1 plus a bathroom on Kingston Road, number 102. I don't know where that is. 1350 Kingston Road. Anybody know where that actually is? Is that near Vic Park?
That's got to be the one across from the golf course.
It says Toronto Hunt Club. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's on the north side there.
That's one of the new ones. One of the new ones.
That looks like a good listing.
.263 Concession Road, number Concession Third Road. I have no idea where that is. But it looks like a good price for 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms.
I think that was up Aurora way, I think.
And Barb Best has 7 Matisse Trail, $859. I don't remember seeing Barb on here either, which is unusual. Don't know where that is.
That's in Thornhill, and it's holding offers. Offer date is Thursday.
Oh yeah. Noel, there you go. Is that the same one, Noel? The open house one?
That's the open house one. Yeah, this place is fabulous. It's corner unit, west end, north views, 2 balconies. And remember, the condo fee includes everything. It's only $1,100. So heat, hydro, gas, you name it. So. Any
offers? Any interest?
No, but I'm getting bites.
Good, cool.
I'm getting nibbles, not quite bites.
Well, nibbles are better than anything. Better than nothing.
Yes, they are.
And that's it for now. Anybody else have anything they want to talk about? Dan, are you there? You have something coming up, don't you, Dan?
Yes. Can everyone hear me?
Yep. Can see you too.
I forgot to email something in before. Yeah, I had the property I spoke to last week was exclusive, but we hit MLS yesterday. It is a 2+1 bedroom condo townhouse at DVP and York Mills. Finished basement, obviously. Private tree-lined patio in the back. Comes with a parking spot. Condo fees are quite good. They're under $500 for almost 1,700 square feet. Open concept main floor. It's awesome. I don't know. We listed it at $620. We're doing offers on Tuesday coming up, September 1st. So it's pretty amazing little pocket. Like you're surrounded, that area of homes are, average price 1.6 million, and we're gonna come in, much less than that. So it's great value for the neighborhood.
Good job.
Great. Good luck, man.
Thank
Sounds
you.
awesome.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, Vince, I'm looking for a condo, about 1,000 square feet, plus minus, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, east of Bathurst, south of Shepherd, to the Young Corridor, generally, maybe over to Mount Pleasant, for around 900-ish.
That's
These people are hot to buy.
that should be doable actually.
Well, I think so.
Okay, thanks, Noel. Anyone else anybody got anything happening coming soon? I need something. Pretty quiet out there. Okay, John and Cheryl. John, you want to talk about that upcoming venture?
Oh, sure. Well, a couple things that we can talk about there. First of all, with the PC coaching program, there is something quite similar to Ignite/Bold that's now part of the new program starting on September 14th called Track. We're going to be having a conference call a little bit later this week with Emily and Allison, just so we can educate those folks that may want to take part of it. You don't just have to be a PC Coach client. So there'll be some more information with regards to that upcoming. And if you're talking about the festival that we're doing tomorrow, that's amazing. Yeah, for those of you that love the Riverside neighborhood, I think it's absolutely fantastic. There's so many great restaurants down there. This summer and every summer, usually the Riverside Eats and Beats Festival is taking place. But due to COVID, we are doing things virtually, and we've been asked to participate, Cheryl and I. I'll be hosting it from our studio here, along with some pre-recorded videos that we shot, that I filmed and produced of a variety of different chefs from Michelin Star Guide East Restaurant, and Eastbound Brewing. We've got Punjabi by Nature, a new Indian Punjabi place, which is fantastic, and Tabbouleh. So we filmed them doing 3-4 minute videos, chefing it up. And we also have a comedian who's a man on the street. So we're going to have live streams. It goes for an hour from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. They're only $15. We've got a silent auction, and we're raising money for the Font Bon mustard seed food program. Font Bon Ministries is a beautiful little courtyard just opposite of Degrassi Street on Queen East, where they provide meals for those that need it. And during COVID, they're up to well over 200 meals a week, every weekend. So if you want to support Riverside neighborhood, some great restaurants, I did post the event link in the KWA private group if you want to check that out, but it goes for a great cause. If you want to support local, support great businesses and restaurants, make sure you check it out. 7 o'clock tomorrow.
It's more like raising money for this great cause, and you get an hour's of entertainment.
That's right. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We did our practice dry run yesterday, so we had the full studio going here. We had multiple feeds. It was very cool, very different. We're trying to think outside the box.
They're low on sale, so everybody buys some.
That's it.
So tomorrow.
Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Yeah, you can buy your tickets on Eventbrite. I'll do one more post today in the KWA private group. If you know anyone that wants to support local and have a bit of fun, check out some great restaurants and dishes in Riverside. Behind the scenes footage.
I love Tabbouleh.
It's great. Yeah. And Diana and Ronnie over there are fantastic.
Been there for a while. I remember when it first opened. What?
They've been there since 2013. And,
really?
Fantastic food.
It's like 7. Yeah, that's 7 years. I didn't know it's that long. I think when
That's 7 o'clock p.m.
7 p.m. 7 until 8. So you can enjoy a beverage from your own home. Log on to the computer, the internet, and check it all out.
So, just a question going back about Track. Is that TRAC?
Yes. That is.
What does that stand for? Is that
tracking? Yeah.
Tracking reporting.
No, R is relentless action.
Oh. Okay.
Through conversion and knowledge. I should know this. Anyway.
Oh, so there's a K there too.
Yeah, that's the K at the end. It's kind of cool. It's you get a coach for a quarter. You also get a workbook. You get online. It's very similar to Bolt. Kind of Yeah, it's amazing. It's a lot less than having a MAPS coach. There's zero money up front. Just comes out of your couple of deals, and you should get quite a few deals by implementing the system, doing the coursework. It's not for the faint of heart, but it will absolutely get you results.
And this is for anybody.
That's right. It is for anybody. Our folks in the PC coaching program are automatically into it, but for those folks that have not yet capped, or maybe a third of cap, half a cap, this is perfect for you to be able to push forward, make a ton of money, and set some good habits, and it's just a fantastic system. I'm really looking forward to implementing it.
And so then again, where can I find out more about this? Is this on our website or
It's on the KWA private group. I know Jen posted twice about it. Or if you'd like additional information, send me your email. I'm happy to send over some of the details about it and some videos that you can check out to see what it's all about.
Perfect. Sounds really exciting.
Thanks, Vince.
Anybody else want to talk about anything? Anything else has anything to Jen? I haven't heard from Jen Payette. I see you there. How's it going, Jen? Maybe she's not there. Okay. Well, okay. Thanks, everybody. If that's it, that's it. Have a great week. Have a winning week. And we'll see. I think we'll see you next week. I'm pretty sure. I'll be here anyway.
Thank you, Vince.
It's a long weekend this weekend, right? Isn't? Oh no, it's next weekend.
Next week.
Oh, no, not this weekend. Yeah.
All right. Let's sell that out. Okay. Thanks, Vince.
Okay.
Okay.
See
Bye,
you guys.
See you
Bye.
all soon.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Ciao.